Good morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you're at. Today I'm reviewing, there we go, James Lovegrove's The Age of Voodoo. As you guys all know, my phone beeped. Age of Voodoo by James Lovegrove. James Lovegrove is one of my all-time favorite authors. He is a British author, and his Godpunk series, I think, is some of the best. There's actually the thing. There's better than Samedi or Papa Legba, depending on who you ask. He is a New York Times best-selling author. I actually got started with him when I started reading The Age of Zeus, which is a good book, so, as well as The Age of Odin, which there's a review somewhere I did. I have yet to figure that out. One last mission to lead an American Black Ops team into a disused Cold War bunker on a remote island. The money's good, which means the risks are high. How high? Dove doesn't discover until he, a retired British specialist, he's living the quiet life in the Caribbean, minding his own business. Yeah, this book is terrifying. It's borderline horror as far as Godpunk goes. I mean, zombies take part in this. There's also the good side of voodoo and the bad side of voodoo. It's interesting to see how the energies are used in this book to give the deities power. So, I guess Baron Samedi is, don't quote me on this, but Baron Samedi is like the god of the crossroads, or the Loa, not god, Loa of the crossroads. He's the one that oversees souls going from one side to the other. And in this book, he's kind of used as the god of death. So definitely worth checking out. I know you guys like science fiction and horror. Not to mention the cover's pretty cool. So, and it is in the Caribbean, so maybe best to save for winter because it's kind of hot here in Ohio. There we go. There's the cover. I got this from Thrift Books, and it is a kick out from the Brooklyn Public Library. And at the bottom it says, please return to Brooklyn Public Library. Mind you, I live in Ohio. So that was a little bit of a strange thing. They said this was a good quality book. I don't see it with all the stickers on it. There's that. Sci-fi, fantasy. That's where I get a lot of my books, is Goodwill and Thrift Books, because I'm cheap. Kind of have to be. Yay! Ben is a cheap. Aren't we all cheap at times? A guy I used to work for, a real piece of work, named Clyde, and I will not use his surname, older guy, probably about 75, almost 80, looked at me and said, Ben, buy good tools. Cheap is expensive. Couldn't stand the guy, but for some reason, that quote has stuck with me through the years. Cheap is expensive, and it actually is true. Cheap paint will chip so easy. But books, cheap is cheap. It's not a pressure washer, it's a book. So, have a good day, night, afternoon, twilight, end of the world, beginning of Genesis, whatever. I will see you guys later. And remember, cheap is expensive.